Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of the Scaryish Podcast. Oh, Pastatime of the Scaryish Podcast.
Just take it again from the top.
Okay. Hold on. This is way too low.
I haven't adjusted it, I promise.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Pastatime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
That sounds like our dog. I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we're here to read you folks some creepy pastas.
Indeed, we are. Pretty excited. I was thrilled with the feedback we got from the first Pastatime episode. Thank you so much to the folks who let us know that you enjoyed it. Let us know what your favorite creepypastas were and sent in your own personal short story / creepypastas. We appreciate that. So we're going to be reading 4 creepypastas this episode. I'm excited to read you mine and to see how you react to them. And it's always nice to see just sort of how our tastes differ in the things that we choose. So it's going to be kind of exciting. So for folks who had their own creepypastas, say you have a short story sitting around, you're like, I have an idea. I'm going to put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, whatever. And I want to send it to you. The best way to get it to us, well, I guess if you put pen to paper, that'd be kind of difficult. But if it's
you could
digital,
mail it to us if you want to.
You could. We have a P.O. box. If you go to Scaryish.com and click on Contact Us, our P.O. box is right there. But more importantly, if you're in the digital age, you can email pastatime@scaryish.com. You can also use the Contact Us form. Drop it in there. Just write that it's for Pastatime. Or you can hit us up on any of our social medias. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @ScarayishPod. Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. So yeah, kind of excited to do this. I believe I am going to be going first, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go ahead.
Sorry. My bra is freaking so itchy, dude. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it. I have to wear one of these. It's a nightmare.
I'm glad I don't have to, although I'm sure like it would fit me. So, yeah. Sorry, y'all, for being late to start. It's been a crazy day, man. It's been a crazy last few days, to be honest with you. So, that said, we are going to jump into it here. And my first one is fun. I read it, and I was like, this is fun.
Is it fun in the sun?
It's fun in the sun. I think, actually, this one's called Kids in the Dark, so not so much. Let me mark this and let me give an official introduction to it.
A couple of my least favorite things, right?
Kids in the Dark.
Well,
Kids and the Dark.
So, the dark, and then disembodied laughter and children activity in the dark. Yeah.
It's not necessarily children. All right,
No.
here's my actual introduction. So I'm going to go ahead and get into our first creepypasta of the episode, and this is one that I selected called Kids in the Dark, and it was written by Slime Beast. It's a beautiful name. I'm going to name my daughter Slime Beast. And it goes like this. Growing up poor in the Deep South meant sharing a lot with my little brother Ollie. Most often, we'd pass toys, clothes, and skin conditions between us. Up until he was 6, we even shared a bed. Neither of us was happy about that. It was my 10th birthday when that changed. I got one present that year, and it was a bed of my own. Ollie was jealous right away, and I could understand why. He had to keep that half-broken-down frame with the worn-out mattress. The one I'd gotten wasn't much better, but not being broken and worn was enough for me. Sleeping apart was a great feeling. It was freedom. No longer would I have to suffer the sudden and inexplicable kicks to the stomach. You'll get those when you get a partner that you share the bed with.
I don't kick you in the stomach.
Yeah, that's the worst parts. No longer would I wake up with Ollie's foot pressed into my neck like he'd stepped on Dracula the night before. At least that's what I thought. Right away, right after I got the new bed, the shriek started. At first I thought Ollie woke up in the middle of the night and screamed because he'd gotten scared. Then the sound echoed through the tiny room again, and I knew it wasn't a normal cry.
This is definitely some of my least favorite things.
Yeah.
Disembodied, sounds in the dark.
You usually said disembodied laughter, but disembodied screaming is even worse.
Yeah.
But this person assumes it's coming from their brother. Let's find out. The room was always black as pitch after sunset. The one window we had pressed against a long leaf pine, and even the biggest, brightest moon cast no light no light inside. The shriek just about drove me crazy. Every night, probably at the same exact time, these sharp yelps would knock me right out of my dreams. It wasn't my mom or my dad yelling either. I knew what that sounded like, believe me. Most worrying of all was the fact I could never tell where it was coming from. It seemed completely random. One night, it'd come from somewhere near the closet. The next, it shot from a corner of the ceiling. Any hope I'd had of having my own space would get dashed every time as Ollie would silently slip into bed with me, shaking like crazy.
It's not. It can't be.
He'd clasp onto me and wouldn't let go until it was almost daybreak. Most times I'd take his hand and tell him everything was going to be okay, that it'd be over by morning, but I was never really sure.
It's not him. It's not him.
Over time, the shriek started changing. At first it was only by small degrees, but eventually it took the primal hooting sound of a primate calling out its fierce warning. I had to clasp pillows to my ears just to keep from going deaf. Mom and Dad never believed me or Ollie basically because the thing, whatever it was, refused to make a peep when they were in the room. Apparently they couldn't hear it through the walls even though it was damn sure loud enough. The shriek just got worse and worse until I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. Me and Ollie were doing really bad in school and we just had no energy at all. I could sleep more deeply with my head propped up and my eyes open in the middle of class than in my own room at night. Then, thankfully, we moved out of the house nearly a year later. I contemplated all sorts of things, even a child's clumsy concept of suicide to get away from the horrific nightly noise. There was no problem at the next house. It was a nice, white, cookie-cutter home on a dead-end street, and I welcomed the normalcy. What's more, when we moved in, there was a bunk bed waiting for me and Ollie. No more broken bed, no more second bed, and I ended up having to share anyway. The only problem was deciding who'd get the top bunk. I told Ollie I deserved it. After all, I had gotten a new bed way back, and he ruined it by climbing in my bed every night.
And he
said, what?
Yeah,
I never did that. I had always wondered why the noise stopped the second I was sharing my bed. Now I had the answer.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
It was a very obvious twist at the end, and Robin had to go and say it over and over and over like that asshole in the theater that can't just wait. But yeah, I really enjoyed that when I was reading it because I shared a room with my brother. I shared a bed with my brother every now and then when I was scared. I had bunk beds. I'd crawl in with him because I was the younger brother when I had nightmares. A lot of times he'd be like, nope. And I'd be like, all right, I'll just shiver myself to sleep tonight.
The three of my siblings, the three of us, shared a bed together until I was maybe 11. 11? It was the first time I ever had my own bed.
I can't remember much about having my own bed. I think I always kind of had my own bed, from what I understand, just bunk beds. But I'd sleep in my brother's bed if I could, or I sleep with my parents if I was scared. And I had nightmares all the time, so that happened pretty frequently. But I had my own room when I was 7, so I was very privileged. I was very lucky for that. It wasn't that big of a room. Looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that great of a room. But for a 7-year-old, that room felt huge. It was my castle, because I was tiny, and the room was decent size. So.
I didn't even get my own bed because 11 was when we moved to a different house, but my younger sister and I still had to share a bed. I think it was when I was 14 that we got our own beds.
Dang.
Yeah, we were
No wonder you're such a selfish asshole on the bed.
We were so
You're like, this whole bed belongs to me, sleep in the corner like a dog.
Yeah, and I always shared rooms with my sisters. My older sister moved out, and it was just my younger sister and I, and we still had the same room. We just had, when we were much older in high school and stuff already, we had twin beds.
This makes a lot of sense now. It's starting to become very clear why you're so aggressive with the space.
Yeah, so I always shared. I don't know.
But that's my first pasta. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Nice pasta.
Thank you.
It's delicious.
Thank you. Good for your brain. Your horror brain.
Yeah.
I said horror, not horror brain.
Okay.
She has a beautiful brain. Moving on.
Jesus.
All right. Let's mark it and see what you wonderful folks had to say. Like I mentioned, we were a bit late to getting the episode started, but hey, I honestly didn't know what time it was going to be up and running, so I set the time for the normal thing, and I just bounced it back by a minute or two. It's just, we were rushing to get some stuff done, so no big deal. Let me make sure that I get all of the chat, though, because I did not have my chat up and running. But if I go over to YouTube, from my YouTube fam, the actual proper YouTube channel, I should be able to see all the chat going back to the beginning of the episode, so I don't miss a thing.
'Cause you don't want to miss a thing.
All right. Yeah, there it is. First person in YouTube was Vivian. Said, hello, my guys, gals, non-binary pals. Should I make some pasta for this? Just for fun. I'm going to do it. Or penne. That sounds good.
Penne is still pasta.
I was going to say, what exempts penne from the pasta family?
It's still a pasta.
It's so good.
That's why they call it penne pasta.
Like to go ahead and suggest if you folks want to turn this into your penne and pasta time, or your pasta and pasta time. Damn it. You want to turn into your pasta and pasta time night? I certainly encourage that.
We should make videos and call it pasta and pasta and just make different types of
Us
pasta.
reading like really long pasta times while we eat like chicken Alfredo.
No, I was going to say cook, like actually make pasta.
So what does that have to do with pasta times?
Like read while we make pasta.
That sounds like a lot.
Like someone makes the pasta or like mixes while someone else reads, and then you swap. Someone has to like press out the noodles, you know, while the other person reads. It'd be fun.
That sounds good. I like that.
Pasta and pasta.
So the first person in Twitch.
We don't know how to make pasta.
It's not true at all. We make pasta all the time.
I don't know how to. You know how to make pasta?
Oh, you mean
hand.
from scratch?
Yes, that's
I can
what I'm
open a
saying.
box and boil pasta.
What
It's
I'm
not
saying
hard.
is like from hand.
No.
By hand.
You're fucking crazy. You're talking crazy talk now. So.
They do it on Top Chef all the time.
Yeah, and they're also top chefs. They're super professional chefs.
No. There's only one Top
And
Chef.
also,
this
every
season.
time you watch Top Chef and it's a season, they're like, James Beard Award nominee, James Beard, blah, 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 blah. It's like there's like maybe 2 chefs in the entire group that are like, I make pasta by hand.
You have an Adam's beard.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's not James' beard, but it's an Adam's beard.
I'm done talking to you. All right, 6:15. We had our first comment over there in Twitch, and it was from Glitch, and he said, "I will be the first. Woo today. LOL." And you were indeed. I am Beef Train. I said, "Woo! I'm so excited for for some
gonna pour my
pasta.
drink.
Pasta time." I think it's funny that you were here at 6:23, and Glitch already had you beat by 8 minutes, which is always nice to see. I'm drinking my Leinenkugels like normal tonight. So, man, we should really cover a few things before we move on. Yeah, our doggo got sick. She had a dental appointment. Both our dogs had dental appointments, and they were also going to get some vaccinations updated while they were there. And they came home. They were really lethargic. And our corgi, who has been seen on the camera multiple times, I think even last week we showed our corgi off. She came home, and she went to sleep.
Oh, yeah, everybody saw our corgo. Yeah, she's
Yeah, so you
not
guys know
feeling good.
Yui. And so when Robin got home from work, she got up to go greet her, and she just barfed water everywhere. And I was like, oh, no. So it was like, oh, that sucks. Let's hope she starts feeling better now. And it was basically that for the next 13 hours. So like every 30 minutes to an hour, she would get sick, and she was just in serious distress. We had to take her back to the vet in the morning. And she had a bad reaction to a vaccine, which is almost certainly what happened. She had been given anti-nausea medication, so they don't think it was the fact that she got put under for her surgery. So she was there for 24 hours, which was really awful. And just sitting around waiting, hoping for the next day to come so we can go pick up our doggo and see if she's better, which she was. We got to go pick her up today at 7, and she was like so fucking happy. But she got home, and I think like the excitement of us coming to free her from the wicked veterinarian.
She's just exhausted.
Yeah, wore off, and she's just been sleeping. She doesn't feel great. And when we hit our ad break,
I have to go give her medication.
she's going to go give her medication. So, but yeah, she's doing well. Thank you for all the well wishes we got from folks when we mentioned that in the most recent topic episode, which was really fun to do. The
Yeah.
phobias and fears episode
Our
was
top 5 fears each.
it was very therapeutic to go through that. And that brings me to my next point. So we are now in the month of March, which is cool. We did February, and we had a stream goal of $200 dues, and I would shave to a monkey tail beard. You all donated a grand total of $200 on the dot, I believe. And I lived up to my end of the bargain. I shaved to the monkey tail beard, and then eventually a mustache for about a week. And now I am Babyface
He
McGee.
totally shaved his mustache because he was like, it's bad luck mustache. I hate it.
We had a lot of things go wrong since I shaved the mustache. I had something happen to my family. Someone got really seriously hurt, and they're in the hospital. And we had the thing happen with our dogs and just a bunch of other stuff. So I was like 5 a.m. taking care of my dog, hoping she doesn't die by 7 so I can take her to the hospital. And I was just like, mustache has to go. It's like 5 a.m. thoughts. We haven't had any sleep. Like it's the mustache's fault. So that said, we're at March now, and we have another goal for $200 dues. If we hit $200 for the month of March, we are going to do, for the first topic episode of April, a live stream. So we will do a live show of us recording the topic episode, which we've never done before.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do a live show unless it's at like 2 in the morning.
We would have to actually prepare our topics so that we could do it, I'm thinking, on a Sunday, rather than doing it Monday at 3 a.m. like we normally record. So it would push us to actually have our scripts ready in advance, but we would do a live stream of the first topic episode of April. So if that's something that you all want to see, and I told Robin, like, if we actually hit that goal and we have to do it, that, like, I'm not getting fancy for fucking anybody. We record in our pajamas most of the time, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So But you can
Eminon asks, how do I donate straight money, not bits, on Twitch?
Scroll below
yeah,
on
if
Twitch.
You scroll down on Twitch to, like, it has all our channel information.
There's a button there that says
donate.
Yeah. Click that, and it should take you to a link so that you can donate, and we appreciate that, by the way. All right, so let me read some of the notifications from the stream. So we had Welp88 follow us 4 days ago. I think that happened after our live stream. Panda Lovers T 1998 followed us 3 days ago. Our Harmonic Noon followed us
T too.
yesterday. I'm What's for Dinner subscribed for the 14th month. 22 minutes ago. It says, you merely adopted the Scaryish. I was born in it, molded by it.
That's hilarious.
Girl Panic redeemed a drink. She has straight up sake tonight.
Sake it to me, baby.
It's going to take that Austin Powers joke, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. I Killed Kenny followed us 13 minutes ago. Thank you for joining us, I Killed Kenny. And Captain Fake Eye subscribed for the 18th month with Prime Gaming. Says, yay! Hi, guys. Hello. Thank you for joining us. We love you all. We miss you all. I was going to read some stuff that came in while we were waiting to get started. Lots of folks saying hi and hello.
Yeah, you can read all those because I don't have any of that on here.
52DZ, Kayla Ray Reads, Glitch is here. Of course, I mentioned that. It's nice to see all you folks here. People discussing their weather they've been having. Be prepared, you may get the monkey tail beard tomorrow from IMB Trainer. That is hilarious. I want more pictures of people that do the monkey tail beard. Someone messaged and said that they would do it if they could grow that much facial hair. And it's like, you will. Give it time.
I know a lot of Asians that can't grow that kind of facial hair. Like, it's just wisps. Like, my dad he doesn't grow a beard. He grows, like, small hairs up here, maybe. My grandpa definitely has small hairs up here. That's it.
A lot of my buddies back home can't grow with a monkey tail beard, so... My buddy messaged me when he saw the pictures of it. He's in my Dungeons and Dragons group that we play on Sundays. And he was like, you better still have this come Sunday. And I was like, I just shaved it like 20 minutes ago.
I was going to say, I got my mustache after my dad.
That's funny. That's a good joke. It's nice to see everyone here. Ginseng Joe says, no, I'm late. We are much later than you, I'm pretty sure. Don't have a timestamp on it, so I can't tell you. I messaged and I said, we're almost ready. IMB Trainer says, we understand and we love you guys enough to wait. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. And I think at this point, you can pick up the chat.
So Eminon says it takes you to Streamlabs. So the donation is Streamlabs, right?
Yeah, it should just go through Streamlabs. You just plug in your information and then you go from there. Someone else who has also donated in the chat can let them know what that looks like. I'm just going to go to our channel really fast because we got donations for the month of February, so we know it is working.
Febs. Let's see. Grim Weeper says, hi everyone, today's my birthday. Happy birthday.
Says, hi everyone, today's my birthday. You go to Streamlabs, you put in your username, the amount of money you want to donate. Once you click donate, it'll ask you for your payment information, and that's just how it comes our way.
Cool. Did you really read all that chat and it went to the birthday thing? Did you really read all that chat? The first thing I have is birthday. Did you really read all that chat? The first thing I have is birthday.
And I read a bunch of chat, so... I got through all the Twitch stuff. I didn't go through every single thing that was said. Just lots of folks were just talking amongst themselves and about the battles and stuff like that.
I just don't know where you stopped.
I stopped at also Scaryish Podcast, How Are the Puppers, because that's when we start the show.
Okay. I wasn't up when we started, so you can keep on reading.
What birthday thing are you talking about?
There, down there.
Grimsby were saying, hi everyone, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, today's your birthday.
Lots of people saying hello to Ginseng Joe and to Carly. Thank you for joining us, Carly.
Oh wow, long time no see.
Chunks says, finally the Twitch is working. I had to refresh so many times. I was watching Twitch earlier today and it had the same thing. I read a way that you can fix it by changing your stream settings, which I might just wind up doing. It's just annoying that I have to do that for Twitch because it works perfectly fine for YouTube. I don't think changing the settings that will screw up YouTube by any means, because YouTube seems pretty fucking solid when it comes to streaming, to be honest with you.
Chunkster says, I had to share a bed with my sister till I was 18. I still have the same bed. I had to share a bed with my sister till I was 18. I didn't get my own bedroom. I didn't get my own room till I was 17. When I got my own room, it was pretty sweet getting my own room.
Sweet.
But I think we still shared a bathroom because it was one of those Jack and Jill rooms.
Okay.
So it was like both our rooms, but with one sink in between.
I thought you meant you had to go up the hill to go to the bathroom. You had to go up the hill. And if you fell down the hill, your sister would come tumbling after. And if you fell down the hill, your sister would come tumbling. Anyways, some YouTube chat over there. Anna is here as well. Chris is over there saying Twitch being weird, so I'm here. It's Chunkster91. Chris is over there saying Twitch being weird, so I'm here. Applejack says pizza and Scaryish. I'm living. I am fucking jealous. That sounds amazing right now. I'm living. I am fucking jealous. Scrolling. My woo got made fun of by Vivian, which is totally acceptable. I understand that.
Carly says, my sister and I shared a bed until I was around 13, and I've been afraid to sleep alone ever since. I'm listener says, the editing on pasta and pasta episodes would be a nightmare. Yeah, it'd be a fun YouTube video.
Robin has these great ideas of things that we could do for content, and then she does not think of the ways that it needs to be edited. Because most of the time when I hear the ideas, I'm like, oh god,
it would be a video that would need to be pre-recorded, not a live show. It would be a pre-recorded thing, and then someone has to edit it.
Someone has to edit it, not Robin.
I don't know how to video edit. I have no idea how to video edit. And I'm already drowning in school. So
Applejack says, Adam experienced puberty. That's true. That happened. Applejack says, Anna says, I'm both listening and buying Disney stuff. Just hilarious. And it says, Robin, the rules of quote acceptable society keep us trapped. And says, Robin, literally. Applejack says, damn, I shared a bed until I was 17. Not me having a nightlight at 18 because I'm not used to sleeping alone. I think nightlights are more normal than I would have ever imagined. To be honest with you, so. More normal than I would have ever imagined. And it says, the monkey tail mustache was our monkey's paw. What we got what we wished for, but at a cost. That's hilarious. I'm currently hearing delayed echo. At a cost. That's hilarious. Applejack says, me too. Glitchgrim says, you're echoing. My ADHD can't handle this overload. I don't know why we would be echoing. It's probably because I'm watching on Twitch right now because I brought up the donation button. Yeah. So I'll close that out and it should go away. Cool. No worries. And it says March Patreon push. It's kind of funny because we got some new patrons in February. And we got some new patrons on March 1st. We got like 2 or 3 back to back. And I'm like, damn, dude, March Patreon push? What's happening right now? All right. So...
Captain Fake Eye says, literally can't watch because I'm in my weekly D&D game. That's how much of a nerd I am. People worried about the doggo. Hopefully she's fine. She's just sleeping downstairs.
Spooky Mom is down there watching her as well, so hopefully she'll feel better. She's just really fucking... I think she's exhausted, you know?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh man, what?
Just the echo went on for so long.
Yeah, I think it was like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, our bad.
The nice thing is, though, it doesn't echo onto the recorded thing, so the people who
listen to the actual episode later
they won't have to worry about it. Yep.
So yeah,
it's only technically a single input. It's just that you guys hear my desktop audio. So if we have anything on the desktop that's playing back, you will hear it, which is unfortunate because it's supposed to be default muted, but for whatever reason, it just didn't happen. No big deal.
Emanon says, Shawnee says, Adam, you need to grow the beard back, the monkey tail beard. Nah.
I'll probably put on another cash goal for it. I got made fun of a lot at work as well, so.
Wow. All right, so I'm going to read my first one.
All right, let me go ahead and mark it.
All right. So I'm going to read my first one, and the title is Roommate Troubles. We've definitely had roommates. Well, I've had you as a roommate and Charlie as a roommate. I don't think I've had other...
I've had lots of roommates, come to think of it, and I've never really had roommate troubles. Except for you. You're the worst roommate I've ever had. Just giving me a dirty stink eye for those of you who are listening in audio land.
Whatever. I hate you.
I thought you would say something clever and funny back, but I guess not.
I feel like I've only ever had, like, roommates are, like, boyfriends, pretty much, you know? I've never had just a stranger that split an apartment, you know?
I've never been a roommate with someone I didn't know.
The thing is, like, in Hawaii, I only had a studio because anything more than that, and you're paying ridiculous amounts of money. Like, my studio was $900 a month.
How big was it?
As big as the loft, maybe.
Oh, so tiny.
It was tiny. It was super, super
small. It's like a room.
Yeah.
It's like the size of a room for $900. Yeah. That's insanity.
Yeah. So I never really had a roommate unless it was someone that I was dating because there's no way you can split that shit with a stranger. But yeah, which is why I was so poor when I lived there. But anyway, so forget about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about creepypasta. So the story goes. This actually happened to me a few years back at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia.
I'd also like to remind people this is a creepypasta. So that's the first line actually means this didn't happen to me.
Well, it is in the category of based on true events.
Okay. Well, maybe this did happen. Holy shit. Everyone strap on.
I think it's like based on true events. It's kind of like The Conjuring. based on true events, but they changed stuff up in the movie. You know what I mean?
Creative nonfiction.
Yes.
Is what we call it.
All right.
I say we. I don't know why. We here in the Scaryish business call that creative nonfiction.
So my sophomore year, I roomed with a girl named Kara. She was a jazz vocalist, but her main interest was opera. She had a small room on the 6th floor of a dormitory called Juniper Hall. The walls were thin, and her late-night singing and voice practices would keep me up late. After a month or so of lost sleep, I convinced her to move her late-night practice to the music studios in the Merriam Theater, building a block. Fuck, I'm going to read that because this whole sentence is...
Marking it!
After a month or so of lost sleep, I convinced her to move her late-night practices to the music studios in the Merriam Theater building a block away. Around 8 o'clock one evening, Kara announced that she would be practicing late for an upcoming recital and probably wouldn't be home until around midnight. Great, I thought. That means I can go to bed early. I was beat. I had a horrible day in an acting studio and was ready to pass out as soon as I had dinner. She said goodnight and left, coffee and sheet music in hand. I made some grilled cheese and soup, gobbled it down, and immediately began to prepare for bed.
I really like the word gobbled. Is that weird?
Is it like a sexy way?
No, I just think it's, I don't know, it just makes me smile every time I hear it. It just sounds funny.
When I hear gobble, I think...
Is that in a sexy way?
Like turkeys?
Why did you assume when I said I really like the word gobbled it meant sexy?
I've never heard anyone say they really liked the word gobbled.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Anyway, by the time I got out of the shower, my eyelids were so heavy I could hardly brush my teeth. I pulled on my PJs and crawled into the top bunk of our bunk bed. I was out as soon as my head hit the pillow. I should take a second to describe the layout of our apartment. When entering the apartment, the bedroom was through a door immediately to the left. Our bathroom was inside the bedroom, just past the bunk beds. UArts is nice in the sense that you don't have to share bathrooms. That's really nice. Anyway, I woke up to the sound of the apartment door closing. I opened my eyes and groggily checked my phone. Midnight on the dot. I rolled back over and closed my eyes.
Very punctual roommate you have.
I heard Kara enter the room and stop in front of the bunk bed. Checking to see if I'm actually asleep, I thought. She flopped down on the bed below me, which was strange, as she was a stickler for brushing her teeth and washing up before bed. Then again, exams were just around the corner and we were all exhausted. The mattress below me creaked and then was silent. I couldn't even hear her breathing. I started to drift.
Oh my God. Do you think she was like stabbed?
I don't know. I started to drift off again. I'm starting to get scared. I started to drift off again. I was just on the edge of deep sleep when I was startled awake by a noise. A key in the lock. The door opening. And Kara entering our apartment humming an opera tune. The mattress below me creaked.
Wow.
So it was a stranger.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
Okay, so here's why I don't think this actually happened. Because if this was an actual event, you would finish and tell someone who the fuck was in the bed. Because it's creepier knowing that it was a stranger or whatever, but just like leaving the cliffhanger just makes it seem like you couldn't decide how to end the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucking terrifying.
It's freaking terrifying.
At least they laid down, you know? They just came in, they fell down. It sounds like it could have just been a drunk person that wandered into the wrong room, in which case it could be a true story of a drunk person coming into the wrong room, and you just left that part off the end to turn it into a creepypasta. Right. So either way, I would be so pissed. I've had someone try and enter my own place a few times before at one apartment, and it just was so agitating. The person was super fucked up both times. It was the same person. I was just like, the first time I was like, why is she trying to get in my apartment? And she realized it and walked away. And the second time it happened, I walked over there and she was like, literally like shaking the fucking door. And I just slapped the door. I was like, fuck off. But if I was the type of person that didn't lock my door, then, you know, I would have had a stranger wander in at least twice to my apartment, which would have been fucking haunting.
Lock your doors. Everyone should lock the doors. Never leave your door unlocked. That's just asking for trouble.
So when this person came in, did they unlock the door? Or did they just
heard the click of the lock.
Yeah, so that's really weird that they could get into someone's like apartment or dorm or whatever and then just
maybe they heard
down.
Or they tested the door, it was unlocked, they got in, locked the door behind them.
Right.
And got into the bed, you know.
Maybe it was a TA.
And they probably saw the person on the top bunk and were like, well, I'm just going to get into the bottom bunk. Oh my
Or not
gosh.
TA. Whatever it is, RA, the residential advisor.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a key to every room. Maybe they showed up drunk or something like that. Who knows? Or it was a demon. Who knows what the story's trying to make us think. Either way, it's pretty good, man. It's creepy. So, good stuff. Good pick, Robin.
Thanks.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Internet.
Thanks,
that was
Internet.
also by... Hold on. I got to look up who it's by real quick.
I mean, Margaret.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Everyone's holding on. Everyone hold on.
Sorry, I gotta scroll. Scrolling. That was from Jesse Cosgrove.
Nice. Good work, Jesse Cosgrove.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. So, good stuff. It's just me being messaged from work. All right. I need to stop using my work laptop for the show. All right, let's look over in stream chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say during that and about that creepypasta. Scrolling up. People were very happy that the noise stopped. John said it literally sounded like the voices in my head, lol. Brian said, sweet relief from the demonic echoes. Applejack says, no, not Adam getting bullied at work for the monkey tail. Not really bullied, just people being like, man, your face looks stupid.
But it does that anyway.
What's funny, I hate you, is I shaved down to the mustache after the show. And then at work, I showed up and I had the mustache. And one of my coworkers, the last time I shaved, he also shaved. So the next day he showed up and he had shaved down to like a little soul patch. And someone's like, why'd you shave? And he was like, last time Adam shaved, I shaved. So I figured I'd just keep it going.
Wow.
But all the meetings we've had this week, everyone that has seeing us both for the first time, me clean shaven now and him with his soul patch, are like, Dan, you shaved. And no one noticing me. And then Dan's like, well, Adam shaved, so I had to shave. Like, oh, yeah, Adam shaved too, whatever. So it happened twice this week. And I was like, well, fuck you guys. Like, no one cares about my stupid face.
Well, when you do grow your beard, it is not the thickest beard.
My beard is thicker than Dan's, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Robin
what it
just
looks like.
loves to criticize my beard, for those of you who don't know. Like, she loves to go around and, like, touch my face like, it's thin here, it's patchy here. It's like your neck grows way faster than your face, and it's just fucking gross. So Robin's not the type of person who actually likes it when I have a beard. She prefers me clean shave.
Yeah, nope.
So
I like baby face.
she's a babyface person.
You're the only person I've ever dated that
Can grow a beard.
has a hairy beard. I
Cool.
don't know. I've dated lots of blonde people, I guess, maybe. No, I've
You
only
dated lots of babies and
I've
lesser
only dated
men.
one blonde person.
Shannon over there on YouTube says, hope you all spooky friends are doing well and keeping safe, and a ghost emoji that's waving and a heart. Applejack says, my Tia's nickname for me is Gobble Gobble. That's awesome.
It's cute. Ginseng Joe says, I haven't had a baby face since the end of my sophomore year.
I like shaving just because, like, you can make sure your skin is still good under your beard. And on top of that, it grows back really fucking fast. I think people that keep facial hair for years and years and years forget how fast their hair grows. Because, like, you can shave a pretty thick beard and have it back in, like, 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how fast your beard grows.
Captain Fake Eye says, time for me to go. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, Captain Fake Eye.
Hello, Luna Ben, for joining us. Ginseng Joe says, haha, TA. Tits and ass.
It's supposed to be TNA. Just saying.
Oh, is it?
No, TA is teacher's assistant.
Well, I know that.
Well, then why'd you say, ha? Brian over there on YouTube says, how many Pastatime submissions have you received so far? We have a few. We had one that came in, too, that I was not sure if it's a story time or Pastatime, because it just says, like, here's my story, and it's in PDF form, and it's written really well. And I started, like, skimming the top, and I'm like, is this a Pastatime?
I think it's a Pastatime.
Because it came to the Storytime email, but it reads like it's something that actually happened, so I had to reach back out and figure that out.
Eminon says, I've been creeping myself out by listening to Sasquatch Chronicles, and I've hit their Dogman section, and a lot of those accounts are really creepy.
Dogman's really creepy from what I remember. I
Really?
remember...
Did we cover it?
No, my brother, like, he watched a movie about it, and then he looked up the history of, like, Dogman and told me all about it a long time ago.
All right.
Brian also says, we are homing a kitten named Butterball. We call him Turkey if he's being mischievous. That's hilarious.
All right. Do you want to read?
I still have more to read. You didn't talk about any of the facial hair talk over there?
No.
I saw it just pouring in. Okay, let me finish reading my YouTube stuff, then I have to go check and see. Because one of them specifically said my name, and I tried to ignore it while you were reading. Brian says, dirty joke of the week. What did the man say when he got caught masturbating to an optical illusion? It's not what it looks like.
Oh.
Applejacks says, nah, Adam's beard's so thick it looks like Sharpie drawn on his face. Thank you, Applejacks. Anna says, if my fiance completely shaves, I think I might die. Vivian says, that's because soul patches should be illegal. They should be a crime punishable by life in prison. His soul patch isn't that bad, too. It actually complements him pretty well. Vivian says, the story that you aren't sure about have to do something on a mountain because I think that's mine. It's a Pastatime. No, it's one that was sent from a gentleman who said that his significant other encouraged him to send it in. So we got yours, Vivian, and that one is definitely in our Pastatime folder for when it comes time to start reading the ones from our listener submitted section.
Yep.
I'm going to scroll up because I had some call out for me. And I don't want to miss it and be rude.
I hate this thing. It is so itchy.
Here it is. Emanon said, Shawnee said, no, Adam, you need to grow the beard back.
The
monkey tail beard.
That.
I don't remember you reading it. That's why I asked you if you read the stuff about the beard. And then Lady M says, I did not say to grow back the monkey tail beard, just the beard in general.
Ah.
Thank you. Gotcha. And then IMB Trans says, I agree that Adam needs to grow the beard back. Men with baby faces weird me out, like if I'm What's for Dinner does, but he's my husband. That speaks volumes about me, I guess. So lots of people in the chat prefer beards to Robin, who prefers baby faces. So
I definitely prefer the baby face.
Indeed.
Your turn to read.
Actually, it's break time.
Oh, I gotta go give the dog some medicine.
And your thing's doing okay over there, so you can grab the charger if you want. I don't know where it's at though.
Well, I'm not gonna fish for it, so.
Okay, have fun. Wherever we left it. So hi y'all. It's just me and you for now. In fact, while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and run the ad on Twitch. That way you guys can get that out of the way. Right? Meow. And some of you didn't get the ad. Obviously. Happens every week. Applejack says something that's very sweet, actually. What does Adam prefer? I prefer the beard simply because it hides my double chin. So, right. When I'm skinny, I think I actually prefer baby face look because the beard doesn't look bad at all, but I like to show off the fact that I don't have a double chin. So, Brian says, I've had a beard for so long that if I shave, my face is just constantly oily. It's a good time to shave your face and like kind of make sure your pores are still healthy. I had an uncle that had a beard for like 11 years, and he shaved, and he was so upset with how bad his face looked. And after that, like, he was really stuck on, I remember him talking to me about this too. He was really stuck on whether or not he grows back his beard to hide how bad his face looked because his skin looked terrible, or to shave and just like try and get his pores looking better because he looked like he was pockmarked almost. And he wound up not having a beard ever again. I think he wound up growing in a mustache though for a while. So, but I remember because when I started growing in my beard, he was like, you shouldn't have a beard. Beards are bad for your face. I was like, what? And I think what really happened is he just started getting pimples in his beard, and he would just ignore the fact that they're there. Like, he'd just go along with his day because you don't really see them and have to worry about them. And I think it's because he wasn't, like, shaving, or not shaving, excuse me, but, like, grooming his beard when he'd shower or whatever. Because, like, whenever I have a beard, I just rub shampoo into it, and I'm good to go. So it just depends on how you take care of your face. Like, I like to shave and then see what my pores look like and make sure I'm doing okay, because if Robin wants me to go clean shaven and I have a beard for a year and get rid of it and all of a sudden I look like a hideous creature, who knows? Like, she might just walk out. Applejack says, I want to grow a beard, but inherently women don't grow beards, so, well, yeah, there's stuff you can do to take care of that. So, scrolling up, IMB Trans says, poor Robin has to put up with Adam's beard that we all love. She just, like, she's noticed that it's, like, a little bit thinner in, like, one particular spot. I had, like, a really bad ingrown there, and once it came out, like, there was just that area that was growing a lot slower. So she also likes to point out stuff to make me a little bit, I think she's doing it to make me less cocky, but realistically, I think she just likes to point out stuff to make me insecure. Ghost Dunk has resubscribed using his own money for the 20th month in a row. Says, have you ever noticed how popular people always have the tiniest pores? No, I have not. That's hilarious, though. Also, Ghost Dunk streams, if any of you are interested in watching Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link speedruns, and I watch him as much as I can. It's super fun. And, yeah, go over there and check it out if you're interested in Zelda 2 or speedrunning. It's pretty good stuff. Excuse me. Lots of folks didn't actually wind up having an ad. Anna says, have you ever tried high-end fake beards? I have not. Applejack says, I want to ever since I saw Jenna Marbles do it. That's hilarious. Grim Reaper says, bye, everyone. Have a great night. Going to celebrate my birthday with my family. Take care, all. Thank you so much for joining us on your birthday. We really do appreciate it. Should take it easy.
Yeah.
Hooray.
I just put it in a piece of cheese.
Glad she's even eating anything. Like, the fact that she drank today and didn't throw up immediately was such a relief. And I'm going to go ahead and knock on wood because, like, I don't want that to change. So, all right. Good stuff. Let me scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anything super
important. Did you read
important.
what Ghost Dunk said?
Yeah. With the donation, you mean?
The subscription. Have you ever noticed how popular people always have the tiniest pores?
Yeah.
What? Do they? I have huge ass pores. And I guess I'm not popular. That makes sense. Adam also has really big pores.
Thank you.
Just tell it like it is.
I'm just scrolling through to see if I missed any stuff. People are talking about some other podcasts, which is cool. Feel free. I'm just not going to read them because I'm not giving shout-outs to other podcasts on this particular episode right now. Ginseng Joe says, hey, Adam, aren't you one of the most epic people on Earth? I don't think I am. Ghost Dunk says that's from Daria. I never watched Daria, so that would be why. So, all right, let me go ahead and...
does her sister say that? It's her sister that says that. And it's like Daria's like the emo one, you know, hipster. And then the sister's like the super supposedly cute, popular chick. And I can just hear her voice saying that.
Don't know. But I will go ahead and mark it and let you take over. When you walk back in, though, Vivian yelled, the queen has returned.
Oh, thank you. It's your turn to read.
Is it my turn to read?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I went first. I forgot. Let me mark it. Boop. Boop-a-doop. All right. Yeah, Ghost Dunk confirmed you are correct on that.
The rest of the episode, she was worried about having large pores. God, her sister's so annoying. Like, Chunkster says, clay masks. It's wonderful if you have a problem with oily skin and pores. I have a lot of clay masks. We should actually do one.
Someone was mentioning they don't shave their beard because their face is oily because they've had their beard for so long. Then when they shave, their face is really oily. And I was like, I kind of like to shave my beard and just do a little bit extra skincare. Like, sometimes I'll shave. We used to do this a lot more often, actually. And then I do, like, facial masks with Robin. Like, the ones that make me look like Darth Maul. It's just so fucking cool.
We got those in Japan.
It was awesome. And then we'd also do, like, the Bjorn nose strips and stuff like that. It was just, like, taking care of your skin day. So, we haven't done that in a while, though.
Yeah,
we should probably do that again.
Yeah, I gotta wash my face tonight. That just makes me feel like I need to get clean.
Go ahead and mark it and get into my second one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into my second and the third Pastatime of the show, and this one is entitled Instant Messaging. At least I think this is the one I wanted to read. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to scroll.
I don't think so.
I wrote you my list, so I'm going to check my list really fast. So you go ahead and vamp while I do that.
It puts the lotion on the skin. Or then it gets
started as a leak.
Again.
I wanted to read Star as Leak. This is the one I wanted to add to the list of stuff we could possibly read later.
5CDZ said the H is off, so I saw it. It was off.
I see it too. It's still off. You can see there's like a little bit
still?
there's a little bit of a gap between
I pushed it back in. That's what she said.
You can still see the gap.
I haven't been to the Gap in so long.
There you go. You used to go to the Gap a lot.
I used to go to the Gap.
And then on the other side was H&M and Town Square Mall, and I feel like we'd always be at the Gap.
No, that's Old Navy.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is Old Navy. Gap, Old Navy, and H&M. I don't know how I survive walking around all those goddamn places.
The Gap doesn't exist in Town Square.
Well, and I don't know where we used to walk, but it used to be all over the place. So.
Oh.
Anyways, let me go ahead and mark it, you sassy, sassy queen. Queen as in, that's what you guys call her. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into my second pasta and the third of the show. This one is called It Started as a Leak. And it starts like this. The rainy season began in early summer, and June had been no exception. It did not surprise the man when he discovered rainwater dripping from his dining room ceiling. Shrugging it off, he placed a tall pot beneath the leak and expected it to stop on its own. However, it continued to rain, and before he knew it, the pot would threaten to overflow. He had to dump the water out first thing in the morning and straight after he returned home from work. Eventually, he began to notice water damage at the source of the leak. The white ceiling had discolored, turning a dull shade of brown. He checked the weather and realized it would continue to rain sporadically over the next 10 days. The man was worried about the ceiling mildewing and becoming an expensive repair, so he called a local handyman. Unfortunately, Robin has something to say.
Is this a story that turned into a movie?
No. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
Okay.
So how would I know that? How can
There's just a movie that is about a leak, and this woman and her kid move into this apartment building.
That's Dark Waters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And no, this story is not about that. That
Okay.
movie came out before the Elisa Lam incident too. So pretty
Okay.
sure. But I will continue now. It goes on to say, unfortunately, the man could not sign to have the repairs done. Only his landlord could. It was a frustrating policy. The man called his landlord but could not reach him. He left him a few voicemails detailing how the damage was becoming progressively worse. The man was clueless as to why his landlord would not return his calls. They usually kept in touch, speaking at least twice a month. I never talk to my landlords that much. Any landlords I've ever had, it's been like when my lease is up, I talk to them about whether or not I'm renewing, and that's it. So this
we talk to your mom every day.
I mean, is she our landlord, though? I don't know about that.
Technically.
I hate you. The man was clueless as to why his landlord would not return his calls. I just read that. He just kept him twice a month. Fuck. Thanks, Robin. Finally, he reasoned that he would not be held accountable for any damages sustained. One night, the man was startled awake by a massive thump. He quickly turned on his bedside lamp, and just vaguely he could see an overturned table and a large shape laying across it. He sprinted out of his apartment and called the police, gagging at the smell. The man sat in the police station with a blanket wrapped around his shoulders and a coffee mug resting in his hands.
Typical movie scene.
All right. He did know one thing. There had been a dead body in his ceiling, and the water had saturated it so badly that it caved under the weight. So far, the body was unidentifiable due to the rainwater and was being autopsied. While the man waited, he called his landlord and finally reached him, panicking as he explained the situation. His landlord was just as alarmed, and the man pleaded for him to come to the station while he made his statement. The man paused as a detective crossed over to him, and he lowered his phone, wondering if the body had been identified. Autopsies don't go that quick, just saying.
It's going to be the landlord.
Yeah. His blood ran immediately cold, and he shook his head with terror. The body belonged to Richard Thompson, his landlord, and had died over a year ago. That's not what disturbed him the most. If his landlord was dead, then who was pretending to be him?
Who was phone?
I don't know that reference.
It's a different creepypasta.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's one of the bad creepypastas.
I think what I'm finding with a lot of the creepypastas that I tend to pick is it's like, here's a creepypasta and it has a twist. And all the twists are very, very clearly visible, like coming the entire way. So, yeah.
That's what she said.
That's really gross, but kind of funny. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It's called, it started as a leak, and I don't actually have a source for it. It just says death, murders, and disappearances. And that's the topic that actually I do. Never mind. Fucking marking it. Boop. And the credit for that one goes to Ariel Lowe. So thank you so much for writing that, Ariel.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right. So let's look over into Stream Chat, I guess.
So I'm going to say, Glitch says, is it a demon or a ghost? I would say it's a ghost. It's a ghost.
What, that's impersonating the guy?
Or it's like the spirit of the person on the phone.
I think it's a mama murderer, like the talented
but that's not
Mr.
one of
Ripley.
the choices.
Well, I mean, that's my choice, so.
The choice on the poll that he put, is it a demon or a ghost?
Oh, there's a poll for this. You just
Yes.
said Glitch said. You didn't say Glitch started a poll. I wouldn't vote. How about that? I think it's a
ghost.
murderer. So, are you think it's his ghost using his cell phone?
Yeah.
And his ghost is like, "What? I'm dead. No way." Oh wait, he didn't tell him it was him over the thing. Girl Panic says, "LOL, I said that it was the landlord at the same time as Robin. That's hilarious." I'm gonna have to really start reading like a bunch of these and try and find one that's just not gonna have the fucking ending blurted out by Robin because she just likes to ruin things.
The 52DZ says it was a murderer.
Yeah, I immediately went to like talented Mr. Ripley shit.
Murderer.
Applejack says they're investing in a fake beard.
Then yeah, stalemate. Stalemate sounds good.
Scrolling, there's the Queen has returned. And it says
52DZ says, remember the mall? Which mall? I've only ever been to the Galleria. I've never been to Meadows. No, we have been to Meadows.
We've been to Meadows and Fashion Show.
We have been to Fashion Show, but that doesn't count. That's like
sorry guys, my hands are super dry and they're cracking and my wrists
look at
hurt.
them. They're so ashy.
They hurt. They're not ashy. Fuck you.
Yeah, I can see it from here.
They're not ashy at all. They're just really dry. Ashy is completely different. Robin says things without knowing what they are.
They were pretty ashy.
Whatever. All right. And it says popular people on the internet and media also have the money to afford high-priced facial care systems, or they're giving them for free because they, quote, need free things. Don't go shaming streamers and internet and media people.
5DZ says they ashy. I can see it from here.
They're not ashy. Most of the time when you like have popularity, people want to give you free shit because they want their product to be shown by you to that audience. So it's not like they're running around asking for free stuff. But I mean, it's not like difficult to take care of your skin.
Glitz says you have to choose. It's too much pressure.
Choose what?
The answer.
Why?
Is it a ghost or a demon?
It's a ghost. Okay, it's a fucking ghost. Sorry.
Ghost. Okay.
Moonlight Path. Smells really good.
Yes.
Ashy. I thought ashy was when your hand or your. It's like ashy is usually on your elbows. First of all, as far as I know, and it flakes. And my hands aren't fucking flaking.
It's like your skin is a completely different color because of how dry it is.
I don't know about that. Like my skin is literally like cracked. Sometimes, like my skin right here is red, and I don't consider red ashy.
I could see how dry the whole top of your hand was.
Yeah, I mean that's visible, but whatever. We have very different definitions of what ashy are, but basically that's because when I grew up...
Which says 100% Sid Demon. Y'all lost your points. Kursel said, thank you so much for subscribing for 27 months. What?
27 months.
With Prime.
Pretty
if you
amazing.
folks have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to your favorite channels. One channel every 30 days.
Amanon said, Aliens 52DZ says it was a murderer. I just like seeing other people that jumped out with different stuff besides Ghost or Demon. And it says a key element that would determine Ghost versus Imposter is if the tenant had any contact within the past year with the landlord. They did say that they contacted them twice a month.
So then,
and they have been dead
talked to them on the phone,
and they have been dead for over a year.
They had no inclination
whether
that
it was
someone
face
else.
to face stuff. So,
but you could recognize someone's voice.
Applejack says Robin made Adam insecure. No, I just have different definitions for words, and she's always tossing stuff out where I'm like, I've never heard it used that way before. So, also, I'm kind of fucking sick of people pointing out my insecurities for like the last week. So, if like that could just not be a thing, that'd be great. Brian says, yep, Twitch is still highly unstable. Shouldn't Bezos have enough money to make a stable streaming service? Well, he doesn't care about it. He just bought it.
Yeah,
Twitch existed before they put any money into it, and they just use it as a way to like pump Amazon Prime videos down your throat pretty much, and commercials for everything Amazon.
Chunkster says, finally home from work. You guys get my undivided attention.
Yay.
Whoop, whoop.
Applejack says, I treat my skin like queen, and she betrays me every time. That's funny.
I need to treat my skin better. My legs and my ankles are so dry.
I have to lotion Robin's ankles all the time, and they've gotten significantly better. Her one ankle was like just so dry. It was like
reptile skin.
It was very... I've never seen something like it before. But at this point, she's been doing a really good job with it because she asked me to do her ankles the other day, and I was like, holy shit, this looks like human skin now.
Yeah, when someone tells you like, oh man, you look like you have human skin.
It's a nice compliment you can give. Vivian says his evil twin. That's interesting. Evil twin syndrome. Still a murderer or imposter.
What is Joey's... Joey in Friends plays Dr. Drake Ramore. What is his evil twin's name?
Dr. Rake Ramore?
No.
Brian says, I treat my skin like a piece of garbage, then I get mad because my fingertips crack. That's hilarious. My hands have gotten so dry before that my knuckles... just by bending it, I could feel the pain just surge through them, and they all cracked and got super fucking red. I've had my knuckles bleed before because it was so dry outside, and that was back in Chicago during winter. When I moved here, I was like, oh, thank God, no more. I live in a desert. It's dry as fuck out here. So in the summer, sometimes my hands will crack. So, anyways.
Luna says, I'm sewing or trying to sew, and it's not going super well. Sewing is hard. The fact that all the things that I've seen you make, I can't even imagine. Like your bejeweled jacket, oh my God. I don't have the patience to do all of that stuff. And it's so incredible to see all the different outfits that you've made. It's nuts.
Yeah, some gorgeous stuff.
Whatever you're struggling with right now, you'll get through it and it'll look freaking awesome.
You're gonna figure it out. We all know this. All right, no one's redeemed a drink in a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drink.
I'm pretty parched actually, and you know what? I made a glass of
backup water bottle,
milk tea, and it is in the bathroom.
Good stuff. Ramadan says, "Hey, what did you guys ever do with that patch that my mom made?" We have it in a box of the stuff has been sent to us.
We have it with all the other Scaryish stuff,
along with like the letters that we used to have hanging on the wall and some other stuff as well.
Yeah. Is my turn to read?
Yeah, it's going to be.
I have a tummy ache.
Which said, did you see those patches? Luna, you got this.
Chunkster redeemed a drink.
It's because I said it out loud. Dink. Glitch redeemed a drink, and Luna been redeemed a drink just now.
Ugh.
Boop.
My mouth is like drooling because it's like so much all at once.
That's one. IMB Trans's question: did Adam and Robin announce what they were drinking tonight? If so, I missed it. We did, but it was pretty quick. I'm drinking my normal Leinenkugel Summer Shandy, and Robin is drinking sake.
Yeah, it's like some Sakura sake.
Remember, she said "sock it to me, baby," and I said
it to me, baby.
She was stealing the joke from Austin Powers. She's just reading. I thought she was going to be reading out loud. Chunks says, yes, sake is usual in beer, I think. Indeed. And honestly, it's because we have been cutting it so close with getting on the air that it's just like, I need to grab a bottle.
Adam was like, what do you want to drink? Make it simple.
Because it was like 6:30 when I was going downstairs. And the last time I went downstairs and I was like, what do you want to drink? It was like a mixed drink. You know, I'm like, okay, this is like 6 different elements I got to put together. It's like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. And I was like, I'm getting a beer.
Specific.
It's from an episode of The Simpsons.
I've never seen.
God, dude, the first like 12 seasons of The Simpsons are like perfect television.
I didn't really watch a lot of The Simpsons, but I played that Simpsons card game, Road Rage.
Wow, yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
There's an episode of The Simpsons where they start a band. I think it's Homer's a cappella band or whatever. And Barney gets a girlfriend, and she's supposed to be like the Yoko Ono of the group. And he brings her to Moe's Tavern, and he asks what they'll have. And Barney's like, Duff beer. And he asks her, and she's like, a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. And Moe's like, here you go. And he pulls up a beer and a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat and just sets it down in front of him. Because The Simpsons is fucking genius television, and it's so fucking funny.
Okay.
All right. They just signed for season 34 and 35, I think. Crazy thing about Simpsons, that is. Simpsons is like almost the same age as me. It's kind of shocking.
52DZ says they just signed for season 34 or 35, I think.
I just read that.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I was too busy thinking about the plum and perfume in a man's hat.
Wow.
Oh my God.
All right. Brian says, everything about how I knitted or crocheted sweater is just a big wad of knotted up cotton, and yet they can look really nice. These are the random thoughts that go through my head. I don't think about that. I think about the fact that like we are all a bunch of atoms like kind of stuck together that we could theoretically pass through if we knew how.
You're a bunch of atoms that create an atom.
Yep. Exactly. I should just change my name to ATOM. So that's usually the name that I use in certain video games when you have to like put your like character name in or whatever. I put ATOM.
5-DD says, I am older than The Simpsons.
Well, I mean, I was born in 85, and I thought The Simpsons started in 88, so I'm 35, I'm going to turn 36 in May, so maybe they signed through seasons 34 to 35, but they're really only like 32, 33.
Ah.
That might be.
Gotcha. Ginseng Joe appreciates my Adam joke. Thank you. Chunkster says, Robin is so me. I'm really glad that there are other people that appreciate. Okay.
Do you want me to mark it?
Yeah.
All right, marking it. Let's do that last pasta intro.
Boop, boop. All right, so the final pasta, creepy pasta of the episode is titled The Smiling Man, and it is written by Blue Title on Reddit.
Nice.
Yep. All right, so it goes. About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the U.S. I've always been a night person, so I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was decidedly not a night person, went to sleep. To pass the time, I used to go for long walks and spend the time thinking. I spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night, and never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommate that even the drug dealers in the city were polite. But all of that changed in just a few minutes of one evening. It was Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning. Why are you out walking at 1 or 2? It's just nuts.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny to say that out loud because, as a 35-year-old, I'm like, 1 or 2 in the morning? Why are you outside?
Yeah.
But, like, thinking back, like, 25-year-old Adam's like, why would I be inside? Like, I'd be walking between the bars. Like, they still have a couple hours left to be open.
Big nope.
Different lifestyle, I suppose.
I was walking near a police-patrolled park quite a ways from my apartment. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight, with very little traffic and almost no one on foot. The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty. I turned down a short side street in order to loop back to my apartment when I first noticed him. At the far end of the street, on my side, was the silhouette of a man dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to the waltz, but he finished each box with an odd forward stride. So when you do a waltz, it's like 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah, and then you do step, 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 step. So you're making a square that kind of just keeps going on. I think I'm totally not a professional on that.
We don't know how to dance. I guess you could say he was dance walking, headed straight for me. Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me by. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and wearing an old suit. He danced closer still until I could make out his face. His eyes were open wide and wild, head tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky. His mouth was formed in a painfully wide cartoon of a smile.
It sounds like that character from Buffy. And the suits that like silence when the entire episode they can't talk or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm totally picturing doing this dance.
I was thinking of like the Crooked Man in The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, a little bit.
Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer. I took my eyes off of him to cross the empty street. As I reached the other side, I glanced back and then stopped dead in my tracks. He'd stopped dancing and was standing with one foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me. He was facing me, but still looking skyward, smile still wide on his lips. I was completely and utterly unnerved by this. I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. Once I had put about half a block between us, I turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For the briefest of moments, I felt relieved, until I noticed him. He had crossed the street and was now slightly crouched down.
Fuck that, dude.
I couldn't tell for sure due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me. I had looked away from him for no more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. I was so shocked that I stood there for some time staring at him, and then he started moving toward me again. He took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps, as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone, except he was moving very, very quickly. I'd like to say at this point I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or my cell phone or anything at all, but I didn't. I just stood there, completely frozen, as the smiling man crept toward me, and then he stopped again, about a car length away from me, still smiling his smile, still looking to the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the first thing that came to mind. What I meant to ask was, "What the fuck do you want?" in an angry, commanding tone, but what came out was a whimper. What the fuck? Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice, and that only made me more afraid. But he didn't react to it at all. He just stood there, smiling. And then after what felt like forever, he turned around, very slowly, and started dance walking away, just like that. Not wanting to turn my back to him again, I just watched him go, until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something. He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. I watched in horror as the distant shape of him grew larger and larger. He was coming back my way, and this time he was running. I ran too. I ran until I was off the side of the road and back into a better lit road with sparse traffic. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be found. The rest of the way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see his stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in that city for 6 months after that night, and I never went out for another walk. There was something about his face that had always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see.
Wow. That's a pretty good one. I really like that.
Yeah.
Although when he said, like, I ran, the first thing that came to my head was, like, I ran so far away. But if you saw that, I just feel like you'd immediately want to get as far away from that human being as possible. Or whatever the fuck it was.
I am so glad I've never come across any creepy entity like that. Any creepy people that creepy. Just imagine somebody coming and running after you, dancing super creepy with an unnatural face, you know.
Right.
Unnatural.
This is how humans look, right? Humans aren't afraid of people who smile. Let me put this visage on my face, and that way it'll make everyone think that I'm on the up and up. That one was really good. I feel like we should pick like a VIP, like Best in Show.
Best in Show.
I wouldn't want to do that though, because a lot of spooky friends might send in their stories, and then we might like make people feel bad if they're not picked. But hey, those were all really good. That last one was super good. So good shit, Robin.
Thanks.
All right. Gonna mark it. Gonna read my YouTube chat, and then I'm gonna get Marbles on Stream booted up. For anyone who's new, at the end of the live streams, we play this game called Marbles on Stream, which gives folks a chance to win a small piece of Scaryish merchandise, typically a sticker. We do 2 races, and if your marble wins, you get that. So you have to be on Twitch first and foremost, twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast. And second, all you have to do is type an ! Play when the time comes. I'm going to scroll up to the top, because we did have someone that's brand new come into the channel, so I just want to go ahead and give a shout out. Nefcore over there in YouTube says, yay, I'm a new sub, and this is my first time catching the live stream. Love the podcast.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really do appreciate that. It's always nice to hear we're picking up new people. Applejack says, make a Valentine's card with that atom joke.
Ginseng. Do we already do Ginseng's drink that he redeemed? They redeemed?
I don't know if we did, actually. Shout out to Matches Malone 71 who followed us over there on Twitch during the story. Cheers to you for the drink. Brian in YouTube said, your mouth and back door exit are both just opposite ends of the same hole. If any of you watch Try Guys, there's a Try Guys video called
really long straw.
Try Guys Try Debate Club, and it's just a bunch of bullshit premises they toss out there, and they have to defend one or the other. The one that gets the most heated is a straw 1 hole or 2? And the 2 of the Try Guys get assigned to defend that it's 1 hole, 2 of the guys get assigned to defend that it's 2. And just the arguments they make turn it into a really big argument. And the argument is based off of your mouth and your butthole being 2 different holes, but being one long straw.
It's like a crazy straw.
It's so fucking funny. Go over there and watch it if you haven't before.
The thing they say where it's like, if you drink milk, can I suck it out your ass?
If you were drinking milk, could I suck on your ass and get the milk? Because if not, you're not a straw. And they're like, eventually you would get the milk. Just so gross.
It's so gross. Okay.
Anna says, in regards to the butthole thing, technically, yes. Did you know that in human development, the asshole forms first? So in the end, we've all always been assholes. Some more so than others. Brian said, welcome to Nefcore, which is awesome to see. Anna did as well. Brian said, believe I heard this read on the Creepy Podcast. It's more fun to hear it with Adam's commentary. Good to know. Steven says, what kind of dance was it? The Cupid Shuffle, the Cha-Cha Slide. Brian said it was the Macarena. They did describe it. It was like a waltz with 1 extra step forward.
Yeah.
And Brian said, okay, it's time to switch to Twitch. Cool. So that is all my YouTube stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get Marbles set up while Robin reads the Twitch stuff.
People are talking about languages because Chunkster posted a comment obviously meant for a different chat.
I hate these fucking guys I'm watching right now. They're the worst.
No. But they said something that was appa, which is Korean for dad, I think. And so it just led into a talk about languages and different words for different things.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, and it's funny because Chunkster says it's cool that most languages, dad sounds familiar. And
like dad, daddy, daddy, papa.
Is that
what speedrun stuff? I was watching a lot of speedrun stuff today. No, actually, it's the channel Stefan does speedruns on. Ghost Dunk does speedruns on. But I got an alert today that's like, they're doing Link to the Past speedruns. And I was like, my guy that I normally watch wasn't streaming, so I was like, I'll watch this instead.
Chunkster, I'm Beatrice says, I want to learn Korean and Mandarin and or Cantonese. Anybody want to help teach me? I don't know any of those. I wish I did.
I know English. and that's about it. I sincerely wish I knew more languages. I wish especially I knew Spanish because it's what a lot of my family speak.
I think learning to write Chinese would be the hardest thing. I couldn't. And I know some kanji, like Japanese kanji, how to write them. And those are Chinese characters, but I wouldn't know the Chinese words for them, you know? I only know the Japanese words for these things. So
go ahead and type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that goes with the track you would like to race. Yeah, I remember when you were taking your class in college, like and going through and learning Japanese, and you were explaining to me the complexities of all these other things that need to go into, like the difference between like the normal alphabet and kanji. I was like, holy shit, this is so complicated.
So I was just like, fuck.
Ginseng Joe says, Adam, if you learn Spanish, I will teach you all I know. That's very nice of you. A true story, when I wanted to learn Spanish when I was a kid, I asked my dad, and he told me no, because he had forgotten a lot of the Spanish he knew and he didn't speak it properly enough. And I asked him why he forgot his Spanish, and he was told at a very young age that he needed to learn to speak English because of two main things. One is the horrible discrimination he was going to face being a kid in the 60s that did not speak English or had some sort of accent. My dad's also very dark.
When my mom moved out here, I mean, she didn't know English. She was 10, you know, moving here, being a refugee from Vietnam, right? And so you have to learn this language that you just didn't grow up speaking. And it's just, she still can't say a lot of words.
He was also told that he wouldn't get a job if he spoke Spanish. So not only did he learn English, but he like did not say that he spoke Spanish. And like if someone asked him directly, he would say some Spanish, but he I don't think he ever put bilingual on his resume. And so when I was,
would have gotten a lot of jobs.
Fuck yeah, dude. When I was a man, I mean, nowadays especially, like it's such an important thing to be bilingual in the service industry or in retail. I had someone that interviewed for a job and they got it, and then I realized later, I think I've told this story before, but they were bilingual. They spoke fluent Spanish. Spanish was their first language, and I asked them like, why didn't you put that on their resume? And they were told that they shouldn't because they should be ashamed of it. Wow. And I was like, don't ever fucking do that. Like, because it made me so mad because that's what happened to my dad. I was like, be super proud of the fact that you speak Spanish and always put it on your resume that you're bilingual. And it's funny because all the call centers that I've worked in, it's not a lot, but it's like 3 or 4. If you are bilingual, I mean, you make more because you can handle more calls and they'll just send you more stuff. Like immediately, if someone speaks Spanish and they get to an English agent, it's like transferred into the Spanish queue. So, yeah, it makes me upset that I don't speak Spanish, but I think we all have like that one thing we wish we spoke. So
yeah.
You were very close to your
it's because Glitch posted like an emote, and it looks like the symbol for love in both Chinese and Japanese, but it looks different. It looks weird. It looks off, and I don't know if that's actually what it is or not.
Why don't you make your Twitch bigger?
Oh, because I don't... Oh, yeah, I can now. What? Wait, hold on. Yeah, look at that. Technology.
Booyah. So we are at a tie. Shattered Dreams has 3 votes. I'm not sure what the other track is that has 3 votes, but we're going to let this scroll one more time. If we get back to Shattered Dreams and it's still a tie, I'm going to select random, which means we're most likely not going to get a track that the majority voted for because we could not decide. Democracy failed. So let's see if we can get a few more votes out there. Space Chase has 2.
I'm Beef Trainer says, my mom was born and raised in Ethiopia. I'm considered African American because of her citizenship. That is cool.
That is cool.
That's really cool.
Speedrun 2 was the track that was tied previously with 3 votes. Now Shattered Dreams is in the lead.
We play that one so often.
I feel like we play like the same 6 tracks every 2 weeks. ASP Bunny voted for 29. Glitch also voted. So it looks like Shattered Dreams is going to be our track. Lunabin just voted for 29 as well. We'll wait till it gets there so we can see how many votes it finished with, and then I'll give you the stats, and we'll go from there.
Why'd you say that so annoyingly?
I don't know. It just came out that way. I'm really tired. I really want to go check on our dog and make sure she's doing okay.
I have to do my homework after this. It's due in the morning.
Shattered Dreams takes 1 minute and 59 seconds for regular folks. And the record is held by Vinny JD at 1 minute 22. Local stats, though, Robin holds the record at 1 minute 39. It takes us 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
Ginseng says, I want to shatter my dreams.
It's funny. My dream shattered a long
Glitch says
time
it
ago.
Always kills me. Which reminds me, I need to send some stuff out to Glitch.
Exclamation point play to join in the fun and get your marble on stream.
Did you wiggle?
I always wiggle.
Oh, nope, that's not it.
I try and do a cheap
Play.
imitation of Ace Ventura when he's like, he was murdered. That's one of my favorite scenes in all the Ace Ventura movies.
Really?
Only this. Oh. Oh. This is double pane soundproof glass. It's like his Sherlock Holmes moment. It's I fucking love that movie so much.
It's a very good movie. It is much better than I don't know. I like it better than the When Nature Calls.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2 has his moments though. When he knocks out that dude that looks like the Monopoly guy and wears him around like fur. I laughed so goddamn. Me and my friend Lee replayed that.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
On rewind for like an hour, like howling with laughter. And I knew in my head, like, it's not this funny, but it's just making me laugh uncontrollably. We have 17 marbles right now participating. Exclamation point play. You got 10 seconds left to get your marble on stream.
My sister and I always quote that stupid clam chowder scene.
That's the first one.
Oh my god.
Is that the red or the white? Oh, I never remember that. Which one is it, Robin?
White.
It is white.
Everyone knows New England clam chowder is white.
There's a red version too.
Shut up.
That's why he asked him the red or the white.
I've never had a red one.
I've never had the red one either.
Yeah, I've only ever had white.
All right, I am out to shatter Robin's dreams and steal this record because I'm way in the lead on the right-hand side. Robin is neck and neck with ASB Bunny, trying to hold on to her lead. I somehow got launched off the side, and I am now gone. I've gone to hell, so that sucks.
You can go to hell.
You go to hell and you die. IMB Trainer's in the middle track, which we don't see the middle track do terribly well very often, but I think it's technically the shorter tracks. The fact that you're in the lead means you might be like way in the lead right now. So I'm going to do a little chase cam. I'm What's for Dinner and I'm Beef Trainer are like neck and neck. I'm What's for Dinner got stuck in the elevator, but IMB Trainer made it out pretty easily.
Girl Panics is the driving scene in that movie. Both movies have ridiculous driving scenes. There is, in the first one, where he is driving with broken window and he has his head just sticking out the window. In the second one, he's in that stupid monster truck and he's just bouncing around the monster truck.
My favorite part in the second one, Robin's record, is because she got slapped by that fan blade and launched way far forward. But we have husband and wife right now fighting it out neck and neck, which is pretty fucking epic.
Oh no!
IMB Trainer has fallen off the side of the world and will join me in hell. While I'm What's for Dinner is going to try and wrap this up before 5-2-DZ can catch up. Although there's a lot of obstacles at the end. Ginseng Joe and Girl Panic says, and Chungster and Glitch. If I can't win, no one can. Actually, that's more if I can't win, I'm just piecing the fuck out. Oh no. 5-2-DZ takes the victory. Congratulations. I'm What's for Dinner comes in second. Luna gets launched backwards, and that's the Shattered Dreams of the Shattered Dreams track.
Oh, IMB Trainer says, my marble hates me.
Let's wait and see how this turns out.
Aw, Ginseng Joe says, my dreams have been shattered, but my hope remains strong.
Nice. That's good. I like that. My favorite part in Ace Ventura 2 is when he's like, before I go, there is something I must do. And then it cuts to all the stairs the guy walked up and the slinky.
Yeah.
And he's like, everybody loves a slinky. You gotta get a slinky.
Slinky, slinky,
go, slinky, go! It's just Jim Carrey makes that movie so much better than like another actor in his place.
I love at the end when they get to the bottom though, he's like,
it stops on the last stair. Oh, it was right there. Can I do it one more time?
Yeah, it's like,
I still quote, like, I just realized that one scene I quote in everyday life almost every single day.
What?
Because I always say, it was right there. And then when he tells them, like, they really must be going, is like, let's do everything you want to do. And I say that to her all the fucking time. Robin keeps getting battered backwards by this horrible reverse acceleration thing. She hasn't been launched off yet, though, so we can all cross our fingers and hope that that is her ultimate fate. Oh, Whee! I almost got her. Congratulations one more time, 5-2-DZ. Check out the shop. Exclamation point merch. Click that link. Go to Robin's Kawaii Corner. See the new stickers we got, and let us know which one you would want.
ASB Bunny says, Shikaka.
Shikaka.
Oh man, they're hilarious. Jim Carrey's a hilarious actor.
I'm Western said to 5-2-DZ, you've made a powerful enemy, my friend. It's so funny. ASB Bunny says Chicago, which you already read. All right, let's go ahead and vote for the second track in the final race of the evening. Go ahead and start the voting. All right.
Chunkster says,
my eyes hurt.
I'm not sure if I do have an accent. My parents are Korean. I was born and raised in Brazil, and I'm fluent in English. Oh my gosh. It's a whole bunch of different cultures right there.
Yeah. Eminem says, everybody vote with 19, please. Why 19? Multi-lane madness? Well, that sounds interesting enough.
My hair's a mess.
I think your hair looks good. My heart's a mess. My doggo's not feeling good. I love that little creature.
ASB Bunny says, Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh my god, when he like messes with that hut with the bat in it. Oh my god.
And he keeps messing with the guy who's standing on the thing.
Yeah.
He's good. With my help, he could be the best. It's just fucking everything Jim Carrey does and says in that movie. It's like he knew the script was kind of weak, so he had to be like fucking perfect.
Okay, growing up,
Ayuna, throw me a spear.
I never noticed that he was jerking off in the cage or in the cave. Yeah. I didn't know that's what he was doing until I was much older and rewatched that movie. I was like, oh my god.
So
and
funny.
Growing up, I never realized he slept with that one chick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had no
Can
idea.
tell that. He's the end of the movie. He's running away. All right, it's going to be multi-lane madness. We all know this. Track 19. Emanon, thank everyone for voting for it, except for the people who didn't. Average time to complete is 1:58. The all-time record is set by Alien at 41 seconds. And locally, we do this in 1:50. We do it faster than the average bear. But Glitch has the record for all of us with 1:36. Let's steal that from him. You didn't actually have to thank everybody. I was just fucking around.
Glitch says, my
exclamation
frequent
point
movie
play.
quote, as I said, your damn words all the time. I just now realized it.
I never realized that I quote movies I've never seen because I quote Griffin McElroy quoting movies.
ASB Bunny says, I love when he starts singing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's one of my favorite parts, too.
Chitty, 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 bang, bang.
Let's see.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and click start. 60 seconds from right now to get your marble on stream. We already have 14 marbles in, and those are some of them right there.
Oh. Nope.
We had 17 last
Nope.
race. We're about to have 15 with Robin joining in, which means 2 people are missing. And we want to get at least 17, maybe more.
I would love to watch movies all day, every day.
That'd be nice, right?
I'm almost finished with season 5 of Outlander.
Dinosaur Z is a new name. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome. And last night
Outlander, dude.
I was doing my
show.
homework and watching Outlander, and then shit popped off, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
I thought she was
so
watching
upset.
someone she knew be murdered just by how the response
Oh,
was
I was so upset, dude.
to the show.
It was nuts.
ASB Bunny says, and now, the yak.
Yak.
So funny.
He's so annoying. Oh man, I just grew up watching those movies so many times.
This is a lovely room of death. Take care now. Bye-bye then. All right, we got 18, which is pretty awesome. It's always nice to get one more than we started with for the first race.
It's an adult.
Excuse me. And we're off. Let's check out this track. Yeah, it's a lot of lanes.
Multi-lane says there's
madness.
something on the wing. Chunkster says, I just watched Kick-Ass 1 and 2. It was awesome.
It's nice seeing both Quicksilvers, right? It's so crazy that both of those actors wound up being Quicksilver. All right.
Wait. What?
His best friend, who's not a superhero, and Kick-Ass himself both become Quicksilver. Quicksilver for the MCU.
His best friend is Evan Peters?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to rewatch
I've shown
that
you this
movie.
like as recently as 3 WandaVision episodes ago. All right, these tracks are kind of weird because it's hard to tell who's in the lead, but right now it appears Kayla Ray Reid's is number 1, Girl Panic is 2, and then 5 Too Easy is 3rd. But there's that bottom track that Bob is leading on that I think is about to converge with the other ones. Yeah, Tiny Dancer Nation just fell off the edge.
Oh,
Looks like everyone's just sort of coming together except for this track on the right, which actually Faison is in. And they might actually technically be in the lead here because everyone else has
Really?
to do that zigzag, that zip zap polywap give a dog a bone. Emanon fell off the side, but they're just going to drop down and go zoom. Ooh, they got clipped. But yeah, I'm What's for Dinner is now in the lead. Kayla Ray, Bob, and then a
Wow.
lot of other folks in that little churning blade. Glitch almost skipped through and fell off,
Oof.
unfortunately. It looks like Glitch's Ghost Ball, though, might maintain the record-setting pace. And we'll see who winds up coming out on top. On What's for Dinner appears to be in the lead. We'll see who gets out first. There's not a lot of obstacle once you get through. So, yeah, I'm What's for Dinner is doing pretty good. Kayla Ray in second place, Bob in third. I think that's how it's going to finish. Congratulations, I'm What's for Dinner.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
I'm going to do something because this month is like Women Achievement Month or something, right?
Women History Month.
Is it Women's History Month?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something like female serial killer or something this coming week. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Who kills the world?
Girls.
All right, I'm What's for Dinner. Congratulations one more time. ! Merch. Click that link, go to Robin's Quiet Corner, find a sticker that you like, and go ahead and let us know which one it is by emailing us and saying, this is the one I want, and this is where you can send it. And then, of course, let us know where we can send it. So,
the scripture says, I can't believe I died twice.
That does happen.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Many a ball does not make it. Thank you so much. How do you say that? Nefcor for following us. Did you already read that? No, right?
They followed us over on YouTube, but I did not see it for Twitch because I didn't see it pop up while we were doing marbles. So thank you so much, Nefcor, for following us. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us for your first ever live show.
What's for Dinner says, I'm going to redeem all my wins at once and bankrupt you.
That's funny. You have to win a lot. She has a fuck ton of stuff. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and do the outro. Gonna mark it. You ready, Freddie?
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'd like to thank everyone who wrote the stories that we read tonight. It's pretty amazing to post a little piece of short fiction. Short fiction, yeah, I like that. Short fiction on the internet and then have it read by someone that you've never met. So it's a pretty cool thing.
Thanks for making it creepy.
Yeah, indeed. And anyone who has a story they would like to share and say, hey, I really like this creepypasta, I think you should read it. Or if you have one of your own, you can email pastatime@scaryish.com. It's our brand new email address. We check it every single minute of every single day. I actually have it connected to my phone.
Well, we see your emails.
We can see it when it comes in immediately. So we would love to get those. Or if you want to hit us up on any of our social medias, please feel free to do so. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Shout out to Ginseng Joe, who donated $5. Says, y'all are my true heroes.
Thank you.
It's really fucking nice. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @Scaryish Pod. Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. Or you can go to our website, scaryish.com. Or you can go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. Because I was like, you can go to our website. All right, take 3. You can go to our website, scaryish.com. Click on Contact Us. Fill out that form. It does come directly to us. We would love to hear from you. And Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. At $1, you get ad-free episodes, which are awesome. We also have physical merch tiers that start at $10. You get keychains and different things, coasters, stuff like that. And then we also, if you don't like the whole monthly tier thing, we do one-time donations over at Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. And all your donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup and kind of keep us going. We're gonna invest in some vlog stuff soon, so that'll be great.
Indeed.
And I'm gonna learn how to edit videos one day.
That's why I keep encouraging Robin to get this new piece of equipment.
So I can learn to edit.
She's wanted it for like 2 years, and we've slowly been sort of saving donations and things that like we get during the live streams and some Patreon stuff. It's all getting put into the same spot, and I'm like, all right, pull the trigger, get that thing. Vlog your shit, girl. And then, of course, hopefully learn to edit.
Yeah.
Which will be, I think you have a specific style to you that is very interesting. And I think it would come out in the way that you would edit stuff. And I'm very interested to see it. So
cool. Also, there is new merch on our Teespring store. So if you folks want to check out our Teespring store, new Krampus and Wendigo stuff is up. And zip hoodies. I think the Wendigo and Krampus designs are our first zip hoodies. So there's going to be zippers. I like zip hoodies.
I prefer zip hoodies.
I definitely prefer hoodies with zippers on them instead of the pullovers. You can get both. Why not have both? And so check those out. Teespring store. You can go to our website, click on our merch page and stuff, and head there.
Indeed. Thank you so much for everyone who listened, everyone who watched us live, everyone who supports us in every way, shape, and form. We sincerely appreciate all of it. We really, really do. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you one last time. And Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.